Hey, hi, everybody. This is Dr. Lueth again. It is still the 30th of July 2024. It's 1:33 p.m. New York Eastern Time. I just letting any YouTube employees know that just bear in mind, I'm in the U.S. Also, I'm nonprofit. Like, I'm an actual minister. You understand? So, there are some things. Okay, I would never monetize this ever. No one ever has to worry about that. I'm not trying to make money off somebody else's fucking work, man. But a shitload of people YouTube have made money off mine, and it is an issue. But I did look right. Well, there was like sometime at the end of last year, I was getting dinged for a channel. It wasn't even mine. Yeah, I'm like multiple warnings. That's not mine. So I don't know where that came from. But exactly, that's why I ignored it. I'm like, that's not. It's got nothing to do with me. It's that's not my channel. I am not the one. Okay, but I'm not talking about like create. I'm talking about a different kind of creator. The creator of all things you do. Technically, God owns it all. Eh? A lot of people don't understand certain things, and so I do. I look at them, of course, and if somebody were to jump in chat and mention, or even an artist themselves, like, but me, I basically just promote for free. Okay. And I put music out at one point that I was just sharing. It's like, you like it, you don't like it, but you don't have to pay for it. It's okay. So I understand. I was looking more into like copyright strikes. I don't have any strikes, everybody, but um, but it yeah, like where is this at? I mean, I will start looking into that a little further. There is one I know for a fact, though. There was no content. No. Uh, One of them, yeah, same mistake, James one. Nuh-uh. It's not there. Not in any of the ones, right? You understand? I haven't sung same mistake in at least 8 months, and I didn't have my TV out. To, so maybe it's well, I mean, I understand. So maybe it's the artist or the owner of the song, because there are plenty of times where the artist is not the owner of the song. So, but I'm nonprofit, everyone. You know, it doesn't mean that I should not get some kind of pay. If you really don't want to starve your fucking only chance, or give me too much of a hard time. But if it's because, right, they're collecting metrics, fine, I got no issue. Exactly. But anyone, just know for sure, I haven't been taking credit of crap that I didn't do. And I just promote for free. But yeah, I'm not like an influencer that way either. That's for the generation that is now finding out in horrifying ways that they aren't the lead generation. And I did everything I could, man. They just wanted to ignore all the warnings. And that's where that fucking double-edged sword just gets you. But I'll look, right. I'll look through some things too, and it says check. Yeah, I have them all lined up. I looked at them, and I kind of understood. One, yeah, it wasn't like meant for me and my channel, right? There was some other issue, so I'm gonna check them really carefully. But the whole object of this is to not edit any of it, because that way everybody knows truly and authentically anything shows up was not anything. You understand? I didn't go back and make any. I don't for that reason. But yeah, I mean, I actually sometimes get a little concerned, and I'll start looking at some things if I think that someone else's intellectual property got jacked. Right. Sometimes I'm seeing a lot of it. So the artists that are, been around for a long time. Okay. Like if you're over 50 or, around that age, and have your people check all your stuff, because I'm telling you, I know there are people getting ripped off YouTube, and it's being shown on YouTube. And I'm not blaming YouTube. I'm saying some of these songs are way too close. It's there, that process, like the permissions aren't just verbal permissions. You can't do that legally, and not in the US. Okay. But all those things work a little different per artist, per whatever. So I'm not in any kind of contract in that way. But I've never ever wanted to make music by myself. I mean, that was not the goal. It's just that's the way I could fit it into my life, and other people wanted to just keep, remaking other people's stuff, and that's just not at all for me, right? For any reason, right? Because I can make my own. I know how to do that, right? But yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Plus, I made that when I was still like in school. I was still working on some research. I was still working full time, and I was still taking care of my parents and helping rescue and take care of sick cats. So I fit it in. But I will let you know. Like, nah, you don't. I mean, I can only talk about the cannabis. But yeah, you can create with or without it. Like, exactly. There's some people thinking, there's no way I can do this. I don't work that way, so I have to smoke pot. And yeah, that's not true. But I can understand that phase, right? It's not what I went through, but I understood. Like, why? Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. So I try and mention who wrote it, who sang it, which version, but I don't turn my camera all the way around just right for that reason. Um, so I did catch a little bit this morning, and some of it I'll have to use some further, what do you call it, sound equipment to filter, whatever it's called, through. But yeah, there was definitely some communication that was occurring this morning while I was. But yeah, I certainly don't want to be an issue. But I can understand if like a whole country blocks something like Russia. Oh well, YouTube. I'm not worried. That's what I'm getting at. But also, chat. Okay, if I see it, but that was yeah. There's one that I'm like, that's not in any of it. But so it might, right? But it says the artist may be monetizing it, which okay, great. I'm not, and I never will. So no one ever has to worry about that. Okay, no one ever. Like this channel will never be monetized. It's non-profit. That would never happen. Do you understand? Which is why I have to ask for people who have like a little bit of extra time or a little bit of extra money, but people who don't. It's okay. You don't have to worry about that. I'm not trying to drop guilt bombs on people because that stuff ends up backfiring after a while. But I'm going to address something. Why can't we be angry? Why can't we? Well, I'm saying, sure, you can be angry, but it's taking you down, not other people. So out of love, I say that. There's a way. The minute you feel it, you know that's starting to come. Right. There is a way to back up a little, release some of it, just okay. Because that's exactly why. Why can't we be angry? You can, but it's taking you down, not others. So you can start to learn how to view it and feel it and process it as determination, as okay, I understand. I was completely lied to, and I know not to trust these people. And you can push them out of your life. But okay, you don't want to hang on to it in the form of just pure anger. Is why. Okay? But you can just gently turn it into something that comes across more like determination, more like, okay, well, I'm telling the truth. And I'm okay. And okay, no, I'm not angry with them because they don't understand. I get it. Right? That's all I'm saying. And what I'm saying is when Christians, please, I'm asking, please, okay, the Satanic Temple does operate legally, properly as an LLC in the United States. I can only talk about that in the United States. If they're breaking laws, right? So, having said that, Arizona's okay. If you guys want to stay together, then I would suggest you do that. Okay. But the other one, church is a church. Don't put me in the middle of that. That's not where I belong. That's between you guys. Okay. But I can say, no matter who I am, in the United States of America, I can tell you for sure that at least the Satanic Temple does operate as a legal LLC. And so it may not be considered a religion, but it is a nonprofit. So, okay, I don't really get involved, but yeah, I mean, an artist, yeah, there's some stuff. Right. I understand. We have to let them congregate peacefully somewhere in the U.S. You can't just you can't push them out that way. But Arizona's okay. I've gotten plenty of confirms. So just start moving there and helping each other. Okay. That's all I can say to them. And uh, as long as they're operating peacefully like everybody else, you can't see shit to them. That's religious persecution. As weird as that may seem, United States, as weird as that may seem, Christians. So I would appreciate if the males, you say you've accepted Christ, fine. Okay, you guys should concentrate on teaching more gently and slowing down a little. Some don't even know basic terminology, and sure, they can learn. That's not true. Any sentient being can learn. If they're human beings, they're human beings. So why would I have issue with them? No matter who or what or you understand. Okay? I am standing up for their rights, even though I am who I am. Do you understand? It's their nonprofit. They operate properly, LLC. I haven't gotten any information from the government that they've done that they're keeping up to whatever. You have to let them, but I'm letting the satanic temple know Arizona's got my issues. I've had that confirmed many times everywhere. So if you guys probably better you stay together. And yeah, that kind of thing. Okay. So I can't tell them what to do, but I am saying, excuse me, I don't care if you're a Christian or not. In this country, that doesn't matter that way. And by the way, have you not read scripture? Then shut it. Me, I am, yeah. It's a legal LLC, it's a nonprofit. They're human beings, and they have the same rights that Christians do, that Muslims do, that any kind of Jewish, any kind of anybody, or atheist or whatever. If you don't like it, then just leave the country. But Arizona has no issue. There's places and people you can talk to, and yeah, I know. I know real estate agents might know where, like maybe like a large house with multiple rooms you can share, whatever. Yeah. Well, his name is Eddie Lack. I don't know, but if you're looking around and maybe you want like larger house where you can have quite a few people sharing a room and common kitchen, so it makes sense. I don't know, but Arizona's fine with you guys. So just start heading there, but don't put me in the middle of the satanic temple. Church of Satan. One of them's a fake church, so I'm not touching it. I refuse. You understand? That's the point. So even though they weren't bothering me. And if they're not bothering you, then they shouldn't be bothering anyone else in this country. Christians. Why do you think my ministry is like that? You guys get the easy ride, so shut up. Is what I'm saying. Anyway, all right. Well, I don't know where that went, but that's what I'm saying. On the back of my business card there says Galatians 5, 22 to, yeah, you just go, if it says 23, just go to 25. But all that fruits of the Spirit are a way for you to self-check your own self. Am I kind? Am I patient? You understand? Right. But I'm answering, that's why you don't want to get angry. Okay? You can feel it's an emotion, there's stuff ready coming. That's why you certainly don't want to hang on to it. And sometimes there's no place to put it. So it just comes right back in you and keeps taking you down. This way. It's not that you can't, it's how you handle it that makes a difference. That's why. It's not good for you as well. That's all I am saying. I'm not telling anybody what to do that way. Right, okay? That's what I'm getting at. But me, and then it says I'm happy to serve non-Christians because, well, But if you're gonna fake like you're a Christian, get away from me. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I just basically just help promote things for free. So why should I get a bunch of shit for that? Well, I shouldn't. But yeah, I was mentioning like Creasesinger radio, things like that. That's why I mentioned, yeah, the Coldplay, um, uh, yeah, extra. Yeah, no, I saw it. And yeah, they, it's like a little mini documentary of what all the people behind the scenes, like the tech guy and the management guy, and right, and the ladies and gentlemen who do things and what they do, and kind of how it gets perceived by those who aren't like up on stage. Things. So, yeah, that's really informative that way. Interesting, like a different look at how music gets set up for you to enjoy and all that kind of stuff. So, it was interesting. Like, yes, but I don't know, it was maybe a half hour or less. Right. And yeah, when he came to James Bond, I'm like, I know, a bonfire. It's like people got a surprise that day. Right. Get the bells and the song. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but if you watch that one, um, he, he, he's doing, it looks like, they look like big wooden piano keys that you bang. Okay. You start watching and you just see it. You can sense it. Oh, that guy's one with that instrument right there. There you go. He's one. You could just see it. You can sense it. You can sort of have a little ride along understanding. Yep, there he goes. One with the instrument there. Ooh, look at him go. Right? That kind of thing for uh, Christian radio is fine, right? And if there was like information about how that instrument actually worked, it is a stringed instrument, but it is, you can see it. It's one of those things that some people, like, you've heard about it, or you never heard about it, never seen, but it actually, they're just like, yep, some just become one with their instrument. And that is one of the best examples that I've seen. So I'm just going to pull it up to make sure I have the right information. Please find James Blunt, Bonfire Heart. Yeah, I like that song too. It's, no. Okay, so let me pause and go here. I mixed up I can't remember. Please find James Blunt Bonfire Heart Live. I had it pulled up and then got interrupted. So yeah, there it is. It was posted 11 days ago, and it just says it's listed as Bonfire Heart James Blunt, but if you say it live, you'll be able to find it because he does it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That one, that one is one of the clearest examples. Boss Pop Bells. Okay, James and Frank Steins, Steijns. Right, like I'm watching it. I like this song. And then I started realizing, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, oh, yes. Then I'm watching, and it's just like, at a certain point, I just watching him, not anybody else, just the one who's playing. And like at a certain point, it's like his body just knows what to do, and his head is like, "What? I'm not even doing anything." That's one of those examples. People say one with your instrument, or right like that. It's just they're just best friends now. Yeah, I know. It's one of the best examples that I can find recently. So it's a neat instrument. But yeah, he just definitely, you can see it. Even if you're not used to looking at it, you never look for it before, and if you watch it, that's one of the best examples that I can find. So just letting people know. But it's a different kind of instrument. A lot of people maybe never even heard of it. Well, it's a string instrument. Of course, I've heard of it. But yeah, I mean, it's there. You go. One. Had about 145 or so. Just keep watching. No doubt. Exactly. His arms, his feet, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? But his head's like, yeah, well, just check it out. James Blunt over here. Yeah, it's one of it's an excellent example of what people mean when you sort of become one with your instrument. And then it just starts becoming so intuitive. It looks like very little effort, but that's not really. He's one with that sucker. Yep. And then, yeah, look, he gets a special treat. Right. So, yeah, that's something that I'll just put up there. Um, I'm also looking through. Yeah, that's the thing is there were a few YouTube, notices coming through to me like toward the end of last year, and it wasn't even my channel. I didn't even know what the hell you were right. I had no idea exactly. And one of them, I still to this day is like, where? There's no spam in there, and there's no scam in there. A lot of people know. Also, in the state of Maryland, I am qualified to be called a spiritual healer for real in real life. Trust me, my life was supposed to be different from this, people. A whole lot different. And I'm not going to want to talk about this for a really long time. She just leave it alone, but they're not covered under my protective collective anymore. That was a very difficult decision to make, but it got made. But that's what I'm saying, right? So I appreciate. I know that's why. Yeah, Godsmack. They, got some kids together and went on a field trip, and I mean, they totally just did such a wonderful job. It was, yeah. This, I. That's great when that happens, and then right, it is. It's just like there's going to be stuff that's going to come at you fast, and there's going to be stuff that's going to creep up on you, and there's going to be stuff where you don't want to make that damn decision, but somebody has to for the sake of everyone else. But I really Yeah, I like those. Those kind of different. So, but that's kind of a way for me to also spend time listening to people in a way that they might not understand. It's always like that for me. So some of it is as difficult for me as it may be for some others, which is why sometimes it's just better that it happens to me first, which sucks, but that doesn't need to be like that for a while. So that's what I'm getting at. I'm looking at it. Wait, right, I get it. But nobody has to ever worry. This channel will never be monetized in any way, ever. Yeah, but there's some things that you somebody sees this, you got a capo lying around, you work for. I can use a capo, but I'm not hiding from anybody. Well, I haven't been. Number 7, Elkton. Um, and God Cares Ministries. Good enough. Okay. Well, I haven't dissolved it, but so many people are all expecting me to freaking. It's just dumb. I can't help it. Okay. I also like. Okay, so you give a 40-year-old man part of his check to make him take a shower. Some things aren't being handled properly here. I mean, I'm just telling the truth, and I'm the one with the quality skills and knowledge to know better, especially than anybody in this county. And it's not to put myself above you, it's just telling you the freaking truth. I don't have to be doing any of this. I didn't have to fucking save your asses that last time. And I took a hit I can't even explain to you yet. For- So, please chill out a little bit. But I did. I found a long lost one from Turkey. Angel scream for fun. Right? Get that recorded. Sure, use Angel scream. You can, yeah, angriness. I found out what the issue with the tooth is. Yeah, I'm gonna lose the crown back there, and something got shoved up in there. So I managed to get it out, but yeah, gotta go get a new one before it gets worse. So, um, what else? Yep. When it comes to my country, USA, and those with secret or higher clearance are welcome to see everything I do on my computer. I have no issue with it, and it might help me catch a few who are doing stupid things. But yeah, I'm also going to talk about my my um, legacy Twitter, ex formerly Twitter account at Creasesinger. Okay, one of them. That's why I'm saying one of them. Like, that's all cleared out now. Okay, they were trying to use me like a psychic medium. You understand? And right, and I'm much more highly adept than that. I mean, it's not even fair if I try and even defend myself against some truthfully. But that's what I'm getting at. That one, the one that had Ted Leonsis and another person's name. Yeah, it's kind of like some people might understand the post office. There's like the dead letter office where it just seems to, right? Well, that's kind of what that was from, right? Something that did not get picked up on properly. And so it kind of went there. And occasionally I'll check it most of the time, but because yeah, we did actually get a full transmission. But what I'm saying is that there, that none of it was me. I know that for sure. But it came through me, and it was two different parties talking to each other. That's all I know. But you can take it if you need it, like right. But I'm interpreting it for you. That one was not me personally. That was, yeah, from kind of like the dead letters that didn't get picked up at a certain point. So, right, that one, like, that's what I don't mind if you pull one off or you try and, I don't mind that. Yeah. All I know is that that was a conversation between two different people, not including me. And it was, they just, some of them still trying to use me like a psychic medium. And it's a very bad idea. But I wanted to let someone else can check it or just keep it on file or whatever. And yeah, the other one with yeah, Lincoln Park. Those are messages. I have no choice. But to make sure that certain messages get where they need to go. And that's was the tail end of the end of Limp Biscuit and then the end of Lincoln Park. And that happened when this one ended. And it did because I walked through it. So I'm one of those kind of witnesses. And trust me when I tell you, I wish I could let some of you help me, but now I can. Some, right? The males, if they just set to receive to me from me, okay, it does help me because that clears out things much faster. So as they become ready, but I only ask them to do that once, and then they get through and it's only if you got plenty of extra time and plenty of extra coverage and it's not gonna harm you in any way. Then you go ahead and do it twice. And those are males, right? So that helps. And singing along with others and trying to work my voice to is helping me clear out the pipes. I can't even. There's some, how much there was, and yikes. I mean, yeah, some of us didn't deserve that for anything in the world. But when it comes to concert venues all over the planet Earth, okay, there's already been people who've been ousted for chicken fighting or triple deckering. Already, it's happening. Yep. And it's not permitted at any concert location anywhere. I don't care. Zero exceptions. Zero. So there have been already people getting banned from music venues. It's already happening. Okay? There's no exception. You have no one to turn to defend your position. You just take it, like a man or a woman or whatever it is, and don't go back to that venue because that's for life. And there's already people being, and anybody's allowed to, because I already took the freaking hit for it. So nobody needs to be worried about anything. Like if it's a fan, turns them in. If it's someone on stage, like okay, get them, figure out them. Right. If it's a tech, if it's someone who works just at the venue, you understand? Find out who they are, and do not ever let them back into that venue again. But none of the artists, you won't be able to defend their position either. Okay, so please don't encourage that. One shoulder rider only. One shoulder rider only. You can only double decker, that's it. Okay, and no chicken fights. I don't give a shit what kind of festival you're at. So, everyone, I already took the freaking hit for it. And just pass that around. Okay? Just figure out who they are. You don't necessarily have to stop the show to remove them, but have somebody on them to make sure you know who those people are before they get out of that building so that you can make sure you tell them if you got to put it in writing, put it in writing, but never ever let them back in. Because that behavior needs to stop. Because I had to go through some of the reasons why many children became deceased. And sadly, it's not just guns we got to worry about. These crappy parents, these people who don't have children and don't, is people who do that in public because for some reason that's something fun. But really, what's happened is yes, there have been a lot of young children who died at concerts because you triple decker. More than I care to say. Okay. So I'm just explaining. Yeah, I'll take a look at some of it because yeah, I realize it might be because one explanation made more sense. Oh, there might be. I don't ever monetize here, so no one ever has to worry. Okay. I mean, I basically just promote, and if you don't understand what I'm doing, then you need to get more clarity. But uh, I like YouTube, and that's certainly not an intellectual property thief. I know I'm the one who keeps getting stolen from YouTube, but I finally got one resolved. So, right. So I'll like go through a bunch of stuff sometimes and see, but I did start picking up on shorts. There were more and more people running across females who seemed zombie like, very confused body and straight white eyes. And I know exactly why and what, but basically they're disconnected from their source. They're like blinded seers, and the only thing that can be done is provide them mercy, heart stopping mercy. Okay? But I have to get these warnings out. So, again, if anyone shares this on a different platform for me, I would greatly appreciate it. But I got you some of you. I do. I know. I mean, fellas, you can't really hide from me, but I don't go looking, real hard or trying to get too much in the business either. those third chance remediation, well, they have to work it off, and there's some things that are they're gonna have to curtail. But as long as they stay technically close to me, I can help adjust a little, guide a little, warn a little bit. You know, but I know a lot of it's wearing off. I can feel that too. But too many children have died at concerts, and that makes it harmful to the music. So we want to try everybody and look out for each other that way too. That's not going to change. You get thrown out, banished for life from that musical venue if you're in the crowd, triple deckering or chicken fight. It's not going to change. If you don't care, some of the rest of us will. So I appreciate anybody who shares this. You can, watch through these things pretty quickly if you go that fast, because you can change the playback speed. And like I said, if there's anyone looking at any point in time and you think that there might be some sort of uh, paranormal activity or unexplained something going on, and you see it, just write that in the comment section where, and I'll take a look. But I know I registered some in the last few days, so I'm kind of tracking it also this way with reminders. But there it is. Okay, well, I don't want to, no, I don't want anybody give me trouble for this. Okay, I'm out. Bye.